and thank you so much for joining me back here. Today we are going to do a tag video. It's been a while since I've done a tag video, I think. And quite frankly, my life is busy right now. We are in the middle of potty training my toddler. So I don't have a whole lot of time to sit down and plan a video, so we're going to do a tag video. Today we're doing the reader problems tag. I first saw this tag over on Joe's channel from Joe Loves to Read. I will link her channel down below. So yeah, let's just get into it. I have my phone here with the questions. Question number 1, you have 20,000 books on your TBR. How in the world do you decide what to read next? Mood, my mood, 100%. Since making my channel like 4 or 5 years ago, I've discovered that I'm definitely a mood reader. So I just read whenever I'm in the mood for. So just whatever I feel like picking up, really. Question number 2, you're halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed? It depends. If I don't really hear a whole lot about it here on BookTube, I might DNF it just because I don't know, I'm at the point where there's so many other things that I want to read that if I'm not really loving something, I'm not going to waste my time. With that being said, if a lot of other people have told me that I need to read it or that it's good or it gets better, blah, 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 I'm more likely to keep dedicating time to it and maybe give it a little bit more of a chance. With that being said, there are some popular books that I know other people have loved that I have DNF'd just because I don't think they were for me. One that comes to mind is Fix Her Up, I think is the name of it. It's a really popular romance book that a lot of people rave about. Wasn't loving it, wasn't for me. I DNF'd it. So I guess it just depends. It depends. Question number 3, the end of the year is coming. Wrong. I'm doing this at a different time of the year. And you're so close, but so far away on your Goodreads reading challenge. Oh, okay. Do you try to catch up and how? Yes, I do. This happened to me last year. I went through a big reading slump in 2021 around October, November, and Christmas time came and I was 3 or 4 books shy of my Goodreads goal. So I just picked short books. So I guess that's my answer. If I'm really close to my goal, yes, I want to meet it. I'll just pick some shorter books to read quickly. Because I do have a habit of reading chunkier books. So question number 4, the covers of a series you love do not match. How do you cope? ACOTAR comes to mind when I think of this, but to answer the question, I don't. I just get over it. I like for my covers to match, but at the same time, I like saving money more. So if I find books of a series that I want on my shelf on bargain and they're not the same covers, I suck it up and save the money instead. Question number 5, everyone and their mother loves a book you really don't like. Who do you bond with over shared feelings? First, I usually go to my husband. He doesn't read the things that I read, but I can still talk to him about them. I'll still rant and rave about books that I've read to him. Otherwise, I make a video about it, and usually people just find me. People just find me who have similar feelings, and they let me know down in the comments below that they have similar feelings, and that's where, yeah, through BookTube. I love it. I love you guys. Question number 6, you're reading a book and you're about to start crying in public. How do you deal? This question's not really applicable to me, I guess. I don't really cry over books that often. I could probably count on one hand how many times I've cried over a book. I have cried in public over a book. I read The Book Thief. I reread it at one point when I was pregnant with my son. And I was out in public in a really sad part, and I did not care. I guess that's how I deal. If it really comes down to it, whatever. So what? I just do it. I go for it. Okay, question number 7. A sequel of a book you love just came out, but you've forgotten a lot from the prior novel. Will you reread the book, skip the sequel, try to find a synopsis on Goodreads, cry in frustration? I will reread the series, most likely. 9 times out of 10, that's kind of what I've done in the past. If not, I might look up a summary on Goodreads, or I might just wing it. Most likely though, I reread in preparation. If not the whole series, then at least the book that comes right before it, I will reread. Or most likely, maybe even listen to it on audiobook if it's available, just because I don't have to dedicate a whole lot of energy and time to it that way, but I can still get the story again, you know what I'm saying? So I will reread it though. 9 times out of 10. Question number 8, you do not want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell people nope when they ask? This is hard for me. First of all, a lot of people in my life, in my personal life, don't want to borrow books. Secondly, the people who do, I trust with them, so I would let them. If I really didn't want someone to borrow my books, I don't know. I don't like hurting people's feelings, but at the same time, I am kind of a blunt person, so I would probably just tell them sorry. I would maybe recommend Libby, kind of give them a different avenue to read the book maybe that they were wanting to read. I could tell them, hey, go get a free library card. Your Libby, your library might have it. That would probably be what I would do. Now I have a plan if it ever comes up. Yeah, I would probably recommend a different way to read it for free. Sam, it's nap time. Question number 9, reading ad. You've picked up and put down 5 books in the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? Joe had a really good answer for this one that I maybe would not have thought about, but it's actually something that I do as well. I tend to reread some of my favorites. I have a bunch of staples. I reread The Hunger Games every couple of years. I reread Twilight every couple of years. Harry Potter, that kind of thing. I would probably reread something that I know I enjoy and I know I can get through fairly quickly. That, or I read a book that has been on my radar for a while maybe, that I'm really excited to read. Just something like that. Really, I just follow my mood, or I go back to Old Reliable, Old Faithful, whichever one I'm in the mood for. Here's Kelly. Go lay down. Go lay down. All right, almost done. Question number 10. There are so many new books coming out that you're dying to read. How many do you actually buy? Typically 0, unless it's part of a series that I have already started and I'm waiting for the next one. The Burning by Evan Winter, the Rage of Dragon series. I'll buy the next one if I want it, if it's out. The Skullman series, Naomi Novik, I have already pre-ordered the new book. That kind of stuff. Books series that I've already started and I am kind of anticipating the new release. I'll buy whatever I want to. Otherwise, I've stopped buying so many books. If it's kind of just like a standalone or it's a new series that I'm not invested in yet, I will wait and read it digitally, either through Scribd or Libby, or I might even buy the Kindle version instead of the physical copy. Otherwise, I'm very blessed, to say the least. My family, we are very financially stable, so if I want to buy it, I'm just going to buy it. Otherwise, I don't really have to pick and choose. Very thankful, very blessed to be able to say that. Short answer though, I don't really buy a whole lot of books. Anyways. All right, last question. After you've bought the new books you can't wait to get to, how long do they sit on your shelf before you get to them? Too long. As I just said, I read a lot digitally now. Scribd and Libby are my go-tos. I have also been reading some Kindle books if maybe I run out of my hold on Libby and need to read them. But physically wise, I have not been reading a whole lot lately. I can think of 2 things right now. I recently bought the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, sitting on my shelf, and I recently bought the Lies of Locke Lamora by Ryan Scott, maybe? Is that his name? I have it. Hold on. It's not Ryan Scott, it's Scott Lynch. I knew it was Scott, something to do with Scott. I recently bought this one too. When will I get to it? I don't know. It's just something that I know I want to read. I am fairly certain that I'll like them. I don't have an excuse. I bought it. They'll sit there too long. That's my answer. Too long for comfort. We'll see. Hopefully by the end of the year though, I'll read them. But I'm not making any promises. So there we go. There's the tag. There's the reader problems tag. I'm adding an S where an S doesn't need to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe down below and leave a comment. If you want to do this tag, go for it. Let me know if you've done it so I can come check it out. Again, go check out Joe's channel. I will link her down below as well. You guys are awesome. I am so thankful for you. And we will be back here next time, guys. See ya!